it again. Walk away again.
Oh my God. Hi. Oh my God.
Handsome.
Oh, you are gorgeous.
I know, you poor thing.
All right. Well, if you can see there, the lion is now up and about. He is pacing because it's almost feeding time. Isn't that awesome? Like, that is awesome.
You know what time it is. It's feeding time. All right. So we are about to go watch feeding time. Hi. Someone's getting excited.
Hi guys, so this is Gopa, one of our white lions that we house here. Now Gopa is white lion, which just means that they are missing the chromosome that produces the lighter pigment in their fur. So lions are something called sexually dimorphic, meaning that you can tell the difference of male and female just by looking at them. The males have those nice big manes where the females do not. And the purpose of that mane is to protect all their vital organs when they are battling territories. Females are the ones who do all the hunting. Males typically only eat, sleep, and mate, occasionally when they have to guard the territory. But females born into a pride stay with them their entire lives. Males, once they hit sexual maturity or they feel that they're threatened by the dad, he will then scare them off and they will go take over their own pride. Do you have any questions about him?
I wish we could touch him.
Yeah, he's not the friendliest.
No, I
We don't
guess
interact with him that way either. But we're gonna head up to the two tigers now.
Hi. Oh, he's getting excited.
So this is Taj and Nadine, our Siberian tigers. Now these guys are a breeding pair, but we do not have a breeding program per se. Our male and female are able to do whatever they want. Nadine was actually born right here on site. She is the daughter to the tiger on the far side of the zoo, Kumara. We got Taj when he was a couple weeks old, so he was hand raised here as well. But these two are actually the parents to the little cub that you see up front.
Yeah.
The reason that the cub isn't in with their parents is because Taj lives in the enclosure with Nadine. If we were to leave the cub in here, by the time that she got to the size that she is now wandering around, he in the wild wouldn't know that he had babies. He'd only get together with the female to mate and then he would leave. So if we were to leave her in there and she started wandering around, he would see that as a threat and he would probably either seriously hurt her, potentially even kill her. So for safety reasons, she was removed. She is in with our pair of little lions right now, so she has lots of company. But no two tigers have the same stripes. So even if there's two born in the litter and they look identical, they're not considered twins because each pattern is specific to them. It's like how we have specific fingerprints. Same thing with these guys. And their stripes are still on their skin. So if you were to completely shave them, they would still be there.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
But does anybody have any questions about these two? No. Do you have any questions?
Have any questions?
No. But we're now gonna head to the black jaguar, who's just across over there.
He's getting all fidgety. He knows it's feeding time.
Okay.
Look at him coming down.
He knows there's food. Have you noticed? Follows where the food is.
Yep.
Because
There he
We feed them all with
is.
either yellow or a red bucket, so if anytime they see one, they associate that with food.
Oh, that's
so
so
they get
cool.
pretty exciting.
So cats can see the color of the bucket?
I think so, yeah. Because I mean, if I walk up here with like a green bucket, they don't really bother with it. But I think it's like the shading really, because like yellow and white and that is bright, whereas like the darker greens, the blues are like a darker color. So I don't know if they exactly see colors. They definitely see shades though. But this is Makuro, our black jaguar. Black jaguars are about 1 in 100. They can come from 2 completely tan jaguars. And he still does have spots. Now they're hard to see when he's lying here, but when he's up on his rock, you can definitely see them a lot better. And those spots are called rosettes. So they're actually shaped kind of in the shape of a flower. And those are for camouflage when he's hunting in the jungle. Now these guys have the strongest bite pressure of the big cats, so he's actually able to carry double his body weight just by his mouth, and in the wild he would hide it up in trees. So in Makuro's case, he hides it on top of his den. We can all still see him though. So I have some chicken for him. Now we feed the cats a variety of chicken, pork, beef. We try and switch it up each day. I know if I ate chicken every day of my life, I'd get sick of it after a while.
For sure.
So same thing with these guys. We try and switch it up for them. He's gonna go and hide.
In full view.
Yeah. He doesn't get that he's not the stealthiest. But jaguar actually comes from the native term, he who can kill with one leap. So they're excellent ambush predators. They're nearly impossible to hear or see when they're actually stalking you. I know we do a security check in the morning to make sure everyone's in their enclosures, everyone's doing well. And sometimes we get up to it and we're like, where is he, where is he, where is he? And he's right in front of your face and you just don't even realize it because he's in the shadows of the grass or anything like that. So they're definitely very stealthy, even though you wouldn't think a big black object is.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody have any questions about him?
We finally see the hyena in action because she was sleeping earlier. Hi.
think Ed. It's a he, by the way.
You're so cute. I love the way you look. You look just like you did in The Lion King, honey. Isn't his name Ed? This one? Yeah.
Ed is in the...
Hi, Ed.
This is Ed, our striped hyena. He was named after the silly hyena on The Lion King. A lot of people think these guys have the ability to laugh. So the noise that you're hearing right now is actually his excited, happy, whatever you want to label it, noise.
Well, you have food.
The spotted hyenas are the ones that actually make that cackling laugh noise, which are the largest in the family, whereas the striped ones are the smallest. So Ed here is one of our most pickiest eaters in the entire zoo. He doesn't really like feathered chickens, and chances are if you give him a feathered chicken, he's gonna roll in it or he's gonna bury it. So we have a great relationship with Sobeys not too far from here, and they donate meat that's a little bit too close to expiry for humans, but these guys have no problem eating it. So he got a rotisserie chicken that you or I would go to the store and buy. He
Lucky
loves anything
him.
like that, chicken wings, anything like chicken.
That is so
definitely
cute.
his favorite. But these guys are also omnivores, so they can eat both fruits and vegetables and meat. About once a week we bring a big bucket full of fruits and veggies and kind of hide it all over the enclosure as a form of enrichment for him. So he's kind of able to get up and moving and use his senses. His most favorite thing in the whole wide world though is bananas. He'll pretty much do anything for a banana.
That is so cute.
Oh my god.
With any of the big cats, we don't physically go in with them. We do what's called protective contact. So we socialize with them through the bars. So they all have something called a security. So his is the one that's at the back. You can see the shut. So it's attached to a pulley system that I'm actually able to pull the shut and open it. And I can put a bunch of bananas or chicken or whatever the animal that I'm trying to lock in there to kind of a positive reward for them. And they'll come in no problem. Then I can safely close the shut and then I'm able to enter the enclosure safely without actually having to go in with them. That being said too, it benefits them in the long run to have a smaller area. The vet thing is very scary for them to begin with. So anything to kind of lessen that is what we aim to do. So I can actually have him come in his security. I can cut up a bunch of bananas. I can sit there and I can hand feed him a bunch of bananas. I can have the vet come stand right beside me and we can do a full body examination without having to sedate him. So as he gets older, it definitely benefits him in the long run because it's harder and harder and harder on them every time that you have to do something like that.
Yeah.
Even with moving them, we're able to lock them in security, enter the enclosure, put a crate in front of the door, pull the door, and they'll run right in the crate. So you don't have to sedate them to do that either. Like I said, which definitely benefits them more and more. Does anybody have any questions about him?
No.
No?
He's so cute though.
He
Oh
is.
my
They're
god.
definitely portrayed as evil when they are
Yeah.
not. They're very cute.
Well, they're scavengers, right?
Yeah, they prefer dead things over live. So people think that they're going to come to pack mentality and take out a lion. That's not true. They're going to go after that carcass. They're going to scare away the lions from what they're eating and then break it down for smaller organisms to get into. They actually have the strongest bite pressure of any land mammal. So they can bite through the largest bone in an elephant's body, no problem breaking it down. So they're really good for our ecosystem because they're able to break down smaller things for smaller organisms to get into that then help the world to reproduce. He's enjoying that chicken.
Oh, eating time.
Oh yeah, they were cuddling. Oh my god,
Yeah.
it was so cute.
I'm gonna
The other one's
zoom
down there, like
out of that a bit.
They are so happy.
There they go. Hi.
Yeah.
Oh, again defeathered.
And Balak likes his down here. In a dish.
Oh my
In a
gosh.
dish. Oh my god.
What a princess.
He is. Snow leopards are one of my
Yes.
favorite big cat species though because there's so little known about them. It wasn't until about 5 years ago that we actually have documented footage of one giving birth in the wild. Until then they weren't exactly sure what their numbers are, so that is why they're on the endangered species list, is because we're not able to exactly track their breeding habits. So these guys are together in hopes that they'll one day have cubs. That being said, if they don't have cubs, we'd never separate them. They are bonded together, so that's all that matters to us. As long as they're getting along with each other, then we're happy. But these guys, even though they're born here in Canada, in the winter or in the summertime, they have a very shaded enclosure because they are entirely designed for the cold. In the wintertime, they're the ones that are out here running around being crazy when everybody else is inside their dens. So it's kind of hard to see the way that they're lying. But if you notice, their tails are quite a bit thicker than, say, a lion or a tiger's tail. They're actually going to use it as a scarf. So they're going to wrap it around their body to keep themselves warm.
That is so cool.
The same reason that their ears cave inwards and the fur on their stomach is 5 times thicker than the rest of their body. This is all designed to adapt to their habitat so that they don't freeze to the ground. Because they are found high up in the Himalayan mountains, so it's very cold up there. But that smoky gray coat next to rock and snow makes them nearly impossible to see. So we
It's
still...
impossible to see in this.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. But imagine like a snowstorm and you're just like walking up a mountain. You'd never see that next
Yeah,
to you.
for sure.
So that's why they are on the endangered species list, is because we don't actually know what their numbers are at. But we're happy to have these guys here. Like I said, they're born here in Canada, so they do really well here.
They're so
And they have such
beautiful.
light colored eyes. I love it.
Yeah. And they're unbelievably soft. The softer the fur, the colder the
You're
climate
making me
normally.
really want to pet it.
Because the colder or the softer fur is what's going to keep them warmer. It's denser, whereas like the African lions, you know, they just need to kind of keep the dirt and the bugs off of them.
Yeah.
So it's pretty bristly and rough.
I could literally stand here all day watching.
We're now going to head to the cougars, who are right behind these guys.
All
Oh,
right.
yes, with the queen. She's coming. We're just faster. She has to turn on her little golf cart. Come on.
Oh, I love hearing them.
Kuka.
These are cougars.
Okay, he sounds like my cat. Like actually, that's how my cat
Like OJ.
meows.
That's usually OJ when it's like, hello, it's feeding time. You haven't fed me yet. Excuse me. Because you know there's catitude in there.
Oh yeah.
This one, well, not really the baby.
Oh, they know she's coming.
He jumped
Just the sound he makes.
Apparently you're not fast enough.
No, I'm not. He's definitely letting me know. So this is Geronimo and Shanita, our cougars. Shanita! Alright then, you can walk away. She's there for there. So this is Geronimo and Shanita, like I was saying, our cougars. The cougars are on the Guinness World Record for the cat with the most names. What you're looking at is a cougar, a mountain lion, a puma. They have around 20 to 30 different names. They're one of the most successful cats at adapting to climates all over the world. So when people were discovering land, everybody came across one of these guys. Everyone gave them a name. It wasn't until 20 years ago that they realized that they were all the same species. So they kept all of their names, because in different regions they're all obviously referred to as different things, but they're entirely the same. They're also one of our 3 Canadian cats. So we have the cougar, the bobcat, and the lynx, all here in North America. We've had people call the zoo and be like, are your cougars are loose? Because I just spotted one about 15 minutes away. And we tell them that they're a wild cougar, and they're absolutely amazed that they're this close to us. Because of habitat loss, they're being pushed closer and closer this way. So we're actually seeing people's livestock animals go missing because they're looking for food. Because where they would naturally hunt for it is now houses or a building or a mall. So they are having to find different ways to adapt as well. Unfortunately, us humans are the root of all evil. And you know, in 15, 20 years, they could not be here just because of how fast they're being poached off. You know, livestock people don't want their animals going missing, so they take it out on these guys. Does anyone have any questions about these guys? Yes.
Why is there rocks?
Why is there rocks in there? I have no idea. I'm assuming because when they designed it, they wanted to put rocks in here. I'm not quite sure about that one. It was designed way before I was here.
Well, they do more things above because don't they like to climb and
They're
stuff?
climbers and jumpers, yeah. So we do have lots of levels in there for them. We have a great enrichment program, so we'll put different spices in there, different enrichment ideas to kind of get them up moving around so that they're not just lying there in the same enclosure all day.
Aw, they're so pretty.
They are. And
And
these
this is
guys,
apparently a shy eater.
yeah. Yeah, we do feed them every single day, so I mean, she could just not be hungry today. You know, in the wild, they'd only eat about once or twice a week because they have to catch a portion and eat in abundance. Whereas here, we kind of proportion it out and they get something every single day. So in the summertime, they get a little bit less. In the wintertime, they get a little bit more because their metabolism slow down in the summer and then they speed up in the wintertime. But we are now going to do our final cat, which is the Amora leopard.
Yes, there's food.
Just 15 years old.
Hi, beauty. Oh, look at you.
This is Vadim, our Amora leopard. And Amora leopards are the most critically endangered cat of any species. There's only around 50 of them left in the wild and around 50 or 60 left in captivity on the black market. So people are killing them at such a rapid rate. I mean, they don't hit...
Don't buy fur.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
seriously.
But these guys don't hit sexually maturity till the ages of 4 or 5. So by the time that they're hitting 4 or 5 and able to reproduce, they're already being killed off. So they're not able to reproduce fast enough to go up with what's happening. But also, Siberian tigers are no longer being found in Siberia. They're being found along the Amur River, which is in Russia and China. And two predators can coexist when there's lots of prey. When prey falls scarce, the smaller predators are going to fall prey to the bigger ones, tigers being the largest, leopards being the 4th largest.
Yeah.
So now they have to be worried about being eaten by something that they never did before. So you know, like I was saying at the cougars, the humans are the root of all evil when it comes to these guys.
Yep.
I've been doing this for almost 7 years, and I've met people that have been zookeepers their entire life and never even seen one. So to get to say that I get to work with one is a huge honor. I'm a huge fan of him. He doesn't necessarily like me, but we're friends.
Well, he likes you when you give him food.
Yeah, kind of. You gonna get it? No?
People watching.
Yes, oh yeah. In captivity, you can pretty much double their lifespan. So, I mean, he could potentially live to be about 20, 25 is like a good age in captivity. In the wild, though, he would have been dead 10 years ago.
Is there any like breeding programs for them?
We were hoping to get him a female, but because they're so critically endangered, it's very hard to come across a female that's not already paired off with a male. And I mean, he's also getting up in age that he probably isn't, not that he isn't able to reproduce, but he wouldn't anymore. So even if we were to get him a female, it's 50-50 chance that it would actually work. In the States, though, they're doing artificial insemination so that they can reproduce them, and they've also frozen their
The ova?
they're cryogenically frozen or whatever their genes,
Oh,
so
okay.
that way if they're able to in 20 years bring back them, they have the DNA in order to do that.
That's pretty cool.
So in the States, you know, big multi-million-dollar facilities have that. We are a private small facility,
Of course,
so
yeah.
we don't have the funds to do that. But you know, here's hoping that in 10 years they're actually reproducing rather than being extinct.
Yeah.
Well, enjoy the rest of your day.
Go.
Come here, Paprika, Toluca. Toluca.
Oh my god.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, baby.
Hi, guys.
Bye. Hi, baby. You're so handsome. Look at him itch his leg.
Just stand there and
I love how he's got his hand there and he's holding on with his tail too.
These are spider monkeys.
Oh, there's the other one. She looks pregnant.
Buddy. Well,
Is there a souvenir shop here?
There is, but it's not actually open right now just because it is our off season.
Okay.
So if you wanted to go in, you could go into the office and they can get someone to probably take you in there.
Okay.
It's just, yeah, we don't have it open because we're not that busy.
Okay, perfect. All right, we are done with our experience here, and I'm sad to leave, but that's okay because we're gonna go get lunch. We got some souvenirs, we got shirts, we got stuffies, we got travel mugs.
had to get stuffies.
Had to get the stuffies. But this was honestly like the best day ever. I'm so excited that we got to do this. I love you so much. I love you so much. Yeah, I don't even know what to say. I'm just so speechless at how fun that was, and watching all the animals get to eat and learning a little bit about them while she was feeding them. That was really cool. But yeah, we'll see you again soon. Bye. Bye.